Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hypnosis Hero, the only podcast that I know of where we do an interview and then we do live hypnosis with that guest hypnotist. But you know what? There's probably a bunch of other people that have already copied us. All right. So, hey, this show is sponsored by the Hypnosis Hero app. So go get it. It's in the Google Play Store under Hypnosis Hero. Apple is coming soon. My assistant is working on it as we speak. So that should be coming very, very soon. So before we move on, I want to let you know we've got somebody really cool on tonight. We've had a lot of great guests. This guy, wow, you never know what's going to happen with him. So brace yourselves. All right. So before we bring him on, though, I'll tell you, he is a stage hypnotist. He's a pretty funny guy. And we're going to learn a lot about how he got where he's at. And we're going to get some live hypnosis from him. But before we do that, let's check in with one of my trusty sidekicks. Coming in first, Brian Bay. How are you, Brian?
Doing great. I got home just in time.
Just in time. Looks like a motorcycle jacket there.
Yeah, I just got back from the Nile. I was helping the potentate do some IT stuff. We were finding out where network cables went and all that stuff. So I'm just getting out of my gear.
One of these days, I'm gonna Google potentate, so I know what that is. Otherwise, I just think it's a dirty word. Good week for you.
He's basically the CEO of the temple for this year.
Gotcha.
And then next year it'll be somebody else.
Cool.
Actually, it's going to be Brent next year. You know him.
I do know Brent. Awesome.
Yeah.
So how's your week been?
Oh man, it's been flying by.
Yeah. All right.
But how about yourself?
It's been good. I just got back from Hypnotize, the world's largest hypnosis conference. That was a blast.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, really, just if you're a hypnotist and you haven't been out there, you got to go. If you're a hypnotist, drop a yes if you went to Hypnotize and what your big takeaway was for the weekend. I see we've already got some listeners, some watchers. If you're not a hypnotist, please tell us where you're at, or anybody can tell us where they're at. We do have T. Sheffield. Says he might miss because, hold on, celebrating his birthday today, but we'll be thinking of you guys, Jim and Brian. You guys are great, so I don't catch it. So if I don't catch it, I'll catch the record. Shout out to Becca High. Basically just told Shawn to go F himself. I don't know what that's about. Anyway.
That's not good.
I know, right? Come on, T. It's because Shawn is doing the important work in the back, so people don't really recognize him as much. Also, check this out. I am representing the Michigan Conference, Brian, the Michigan Hypnosis Conference.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
Ask me why I'm representing them tonight.
Why are you representing them tonight, Jim? And where on the hand of Michigan are you going to be located?
I'm going to be up here, like the upper UP, which is just crazy. If you don't know about Michigan, because I just found this out, when they say Upper Peninsula, it's not even attached to Michigan. It's really Wisconsin, right? I mean, it's weird. Anyway,
you got to practice your yeah hey there.
Yeah, hey there, right. So the reason I'm representing the Michigan Conference today is because that's the next conference that I will be attending and speaking at. And you're a very good friend of mine, Grant Saunders, is teaching an intro to stage hypnosis there. So that's very exciting.
Oh, Grant's making another trip back across?
I know. Can you believe it, dude?
God, that's racking up them frequent flyer miles.
He is getting tons. Let me get some permissions going for you guys. Support. Fantastic. Let's start sharing some of these comments. We got a lot of great comments coming in. Let's see who's there. So T. Sheffield, who hates Shawn for some reason. We don't even know why. Let's see. Dennis was there. Dennis, great to see you again, buddy. Say hi to your wife, Kat, for me. Oh, boy, I hope her name was Kat. Pretty sure it was Kat. Janaea, greetings from another time and place. Fantastic. Long-time listener, as they say. Watch her. Jamie, she's moving to Mexico. Send me a postcard. I want to know where to get the best tacos. HTL was amazing. You are right. And without further ado, let's bring on T. Sheffield's least favorite person in the world, I guess. Shawn, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Good to see
I
you.
don't think it was a slight against me. I think that Becca probably is just a lot cuter than I am.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion, of course. All of our opinions, but yeah. Shawn, I don't see permissions for you. I don't know why.
I'm good. I can see all the chats. So,
Oh, you can. Okay.
yep.
I don't know why I see it for Brian tonight, but not for you. Okay.
I
No clue.
don't have the magical powers yet either.
Seems like you do.
You don't? I do.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Well, that's weird because I didn't give you any, but I thought I gave them to Brian, but anyway, okay. Hey, if you're watching right now, this is all boring stuff, so we should probably stop talking about it. Oh, I gave Colin support. Our guest. Yeah, I gave him support. I don't know why. That's dangerous. So I just wonder, Shawn, when would you like to do a cage match with T Sheffield? When should we schedule that for?
Oh, you better give me a little bit to warm up.
Fair question. Will maple syrup be involved?
I'm Canadian. It has to be. And it might even be over top of poutine. You never know.
I was going to make a poutine comment, but you beat me to it.
Wow.
Well, or we can go with the proper en français, putain.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Wow. Hey, we got Jamie is laughing. We got Carol. Carol, a soon-to-be stage hypnotist. She's already a hypnotherapist. Hey, Carol. Good to see she's out there in Arizona.
She's got some training she's going to be attending pretty soon, so I'm going to be
That's
looking
right.
forward to hearing a lot about that, how that goes.
Absolutely. Now, I know, in fact, I'm curious, Carol, because I know you, when Kevin was on, you said you're going to be training with him. Are you training with him as well as the person that you had mentioned before? And I don't want to say their name in case you're not. Let us know.
I believe, yes. I was chatting with her earlier.
What's that?
I was had messaged Carol earlier, and it looks like she's going to be doing both.
Doing both.
Yeah.
Awesome. And look, Shawn, the person who
her ears were burning.
Yeah. So if we just keep naming people, we'll get more and more, watchers.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift. Let's talk about her.
Yeah.
And,
she was just here. You were in Vegas.
That's right. Yeah, right. Yes. Okay. So Carol's doing Tommy V's training and Kevin's training. That's awesome. With all that knowledge, you're going to be a superstar. Janaea and Becca are having a conversation back and forth. How fun. This is great. We get these people that have been here for a while. Shawn, how's your week been? I mean, until T Sheffield, just basically told you to go to hell.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No, my week's been good. I have a client that just onboarded with me, wanting to do a little bit of habit modification so she can control her weight. So working with her on that, getting the last of my exit papers from the merger all done up, and that will be all done, and I will be a free man in about 8 weeks.
Oh, you so is this your personal term, Shawn?
Yeah.
Or is this a Canadian term? Merger?
We can call it many things, but at the end of the day, it's an exit.
So merger, marriage, mistake, whatever you like to call it.
They all work. They all work.
Well, you'll be a free man, ladies. There you go, right there. Free man coming onto the market. And also Brian is on the market. So boy, let's get all the hot dudes here.
Oh, look at this. Look at this guy.
Scott's joining us. He just got home from Hypnothoughts Live. I'm sure he thoroughly punished his liver.
Scott, I'm so envious. I had planned to stay longer, but I wasn't able to. But it looks like you were out there for a good 10 days. That's really the best way to do Hypnothoughts because you're right there in Vegas. You might as well have a good time while you're there. Yes, Carol, this is now a dating show.
It can be. Whatever we want it to be.
It can
Tonight
be,
we identify as a hypnosis something or other. I'm not quite sure what, but just join us on our journey.
We'll ask our guest about identification.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of our guests, we should bring on this dude because he is a hottie. He's going to drive all the ladies crazy. But, of course, he's married, so don't get too excited, ladies. I just want to remind everybody that if if we make a love connection here with the guys here and one of the ladies here, keep in mind I'm an ordained minister. We could do the marriage right here on Hypnosis Hero. So
is that legally
I'm
binding in between if they're in multiple states or countries?
Sometimes it's better if it's not legally binding. So there's that.
And actually, I'm also a marriage commissioner, so theoretically, I could perform a ceremony as well, as long as it's here in Yorkton.
Okay.
That's Canadian sentencing guy.
I now
sentence you. Interesting choice of terms with sentencing.
We will get all the research done to find out if anybody wants to try to get married on the show. We'd love to have you, especially if you're a hypnotist. If you're a hypnotist or two hypnotists, come on the show. We're gonna
so these two guys are ministers and something or other, and I'm a reformed family law paralegal. So
we got you covered.
We're full service here.
That's right. He'll take care of you afterwards. Did I see Cindy's on here? Hey, Cindy
from Ohio.
Another fantastic. She's a magician and a stage hypnotist, so that's really cool. Okay, now without further ado, we're going to bring on this next guy. Good friend of mine. I've known him for several years now. We met actually through TikTok, oddly enough. And he's a comedian. He's a hypnotist who's been hailed as the most hilarious and irreverent comedy hypnotist alive today. Bold words. From his Richmond, Virginia home base, Colin brings a fresh twist to the comedy hypnosis scene with the Hypnosis is Amazing show. One reviewer perfectly captured Colin's unique approach, stating that Colin is a comedian who does a hypnosis show, not a hypnotist who tries to do comedy. Thank God for that, because, boy, there are a lot of boring comedy hypnosis shows. All right, without further ado, everyone, please welcome my good friend and awesome guy, amazing guy, Colin Chapman, everyone. Give it up for Colin Chapman.
How are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for having me in your party.
Yeah, welcome.
Wow. The crowd is going wild.
How did the show go tonight, Colin?
I'd love to talk about that. You're getting the fully amped version of me because I did just get done with the show. But just to provide some information for you, Jim, I am not a stage hypnotist. I sexually identify as a comedian and hypnotist. My pronouns are they laugh and sleep them. I'm about to make a bold statement, but I got the receipts to back it up.
Ooh.
Stage hypnosis as a brand ranks right up there with using a Bud Light can as a submarine for 5 billionaires singing, "Try that in a small town." Stage hypnosis, because I paid for and just did a survey. People are more likely to go see the least popular type of music in America today, jazz, than they are stage hypnosis.
Ooh. Ow, that hurts.
Comedy. Yeah. So it's like, listen, and it's our fault as those of us who perform hypnosis for the brand being so bad. It's like we are actually, we got too many people who are going out there, and I won't name names, saying things like, just tell your volunteers you'll pay them $20 to play along. And then at the end of the show, you tell them, tell the audience, I hypnotized them and think I was going to pay them $20. Oh. You have people saying, I want my show to be like a TED Talk. Okay. Wow. And so it's like, so I'm fully on board with being a comedian and hypnotist. Thank you, Lisa. I love you. You are awesome. If you want to be out there doing hypnosis in front of people, you absolutely have to do Lisa and Alan's Misty and Sandman boot camp. It is a game changer. If you do it, you lean in, and then you put it to work.
couple of really awesome leaders in the industry. Hey, Lisa, I don't know if you guys have a trainer coming up anytime soon. I think you just did one, but if you have one coming up, please, well, just drop the website down there if you will. The Hypnosis Bootcamp. What a great name! And we've got hello Jim and Shawn. We don't know who that is. If you're on Facebook, we don't know who you are. If you said hello Jim and Shawn, somebody telling Brian basically to go to hell. So there's that.
So
Well,
my
it
show
wouldn't be the
tonight,
first time today.
Oh,
yeah. So my show tonight, where I was expecting to see 80 people at this venue.
Yeah.
I found out late yesterday that there was a problem with the link, the ticketing link. And I reach out right away to the venue, which is all volunteers. And I don't hear anything back from them till this afternoon saying, yeah, we wanted to talk to you about that. There were no tickets sold. It's like, yeah, the link is broken.
Wow.
They did not get the link fixed until 3 today. I ended up with a show where we had 18 or 20 people. Now, beforehand, before I go on, I'm rubbing the special coin that we'll talk about later that I have, my honey badger coin. It's a very special coin to me.
Your honey badger coin?
My honey badger coin. Yeah, that's the one that I linked you to.
Oh, that one. Okay. We're going to show that here in just a few minutes then.
Because my job is to go out and entertain. It does not make any difference if I've got 18 or 1,800. I've done both shows. My job is to entertain. And one of my fellow comedians was there. I got him to go up, do 5 minutes. I come out there, hair on fire, and ended up 4 volunteers on stage. One of them was really drunk. He instantly got bounced. Lisa, I'm getting better at bouncing the right people and keeping the right people. Okay, it's progress. It's like I do it without any emotion now. It's just a business decision. And so he got bounced. I ended up with 3 volunteers, and all of them would have been the stars of the show if I had had 10 people up there. Now, they were all guys, and there were only 3 of them. That changes the math of the things I like to do in my show, both pieces. But guess what? This ended up, oh, by the way, I added 2 whole new routines into my show and 2 new stand-up pieces that I hadn't even done. It's like I shouldn't have done. I hadn't even done them at an open mic, and they killed. And so there's a lot of new material, and it ended up being one of the smoothest shows I've ever done in really tough circumstances.
Nice.
And part of it is the honey badger mindset.
I love that. Well, let's unpack a couple of things first. So
Sure.
I wanted to go back. You talked about the comedy hypnosis thing, and I just wanted to. So one of the reasons that I actually started doing comedy hypnosis shows was because I saw a really bad comedy hypnosis show. I mean, probably a lot of us have done that. It was incredibly boring. It was just there was no humor. It was a stage hypnosis show. It was a demonstration, is what it was. And I'll tell you, that venue that I told you about, the guy there, he after my first set of shows with him, he said he's had 3 comedy hypnotists there, and he goes, one of them had done an okay job. You know, he hypnotized everybody really well, but he wasn't funny. He had another one that was pretty good, but couldn't really hypnotize people. And then he said he had one that was really funny, or 2 that were really funny. He said that mine and Michael DeShalit's were funny and good hypnosis shows. So I think you're going to fit in really well there. And it is so important. And I don't know why, if it's people are just not able to be funny, but they still want to do this work, or if somebody's just not telling them, hey, you should be funny also. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
So I will speak for myself.
Yeah.
I have made a point of not thinking about the number of hours and dollars I have spent on hypnosis training. Okay. It's been a bunch. All right. And I've gotten something, whether it was learning really how to do things well in that training, or learning exactly what not to do in that training, or learning how to train really well, or how exactly not to train. I've gotten something out of all of that. However, very few of us who do the performing side of hypnosis spend any time, any money, any effort, any energy into studying the science and art of comedy. And comedy is both. There are some people who are funnier than others. All of us can learn to be funny. If not funny. Even the dudes and dudettes who want to do a TED Talk as a hypnosis show.
Yeah. You know, and you can, because you can be informative and you can deliver a TED type thing and still be funny. And I think Anthony Gailey is a perfect example of that. He does the corporate shows, but he's funny also. You know, maybe not cut up funny like some guys, but you know, I love what you said, funnier. And I think that some people get this idea that, well, you're either funny or you're not, but everyone can improve. Everyone can get better at it. And I think that one of the things that I always tell people when they ask me about becoming a stage hypnotist is I tell them, go to some comedy open mics, write some jokes, go out to Toastmasters and do the funny track, take some improv classes, try to get funny. But everyone's so worried about just doing the hypnosis part, and they're not really worried about the funny stuff. Shawn, Brian, you want to chime in on this? What are your thoughts? Anything?
Oh God, I can just, it's like I don't know where to begin.
Okay.
I'm just trying to, sorry, I just had a Mitch McConnell moment.
What is a TED Talk? Oh my goodness.
Carol, do push-ups. Just stop the show right
TED
now.
TED Talk is something they gave to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Shawn, go find my TEDx talk, will you, and drop it down there. She'll get an idea what a TED Talk's all about.
Yeah, I'll do that right away. But I'm going to answer your question, Jim.
Yes.
Because Colin is 100% correct. The very first thing I had to learn as a teacher was how to be funny within the context of a classroom. Because my humor before that was very, very, like it would slice you in half and then we'd start dicing from there. And that ability to out crazy students in their own setting gives me a huge edge when I talk to just about anybody else now. Because it just takes me just a little bit. I can figure out where you're coming from, and then I can start out crazying you and get you that way. So I'm not just funny looking. I'm funny also.
Lisa, would you want to comment down below, or even jump on? We can send you a link. You could jump on for a couple minutes and just tell us how you handle that in your boot camp, because I've seen some people that I know have gone through training with different people, and they're absolutely not funny. And one of the things too is I have people come to me, and well, here's a good question. Maybe we can all tackle this one. So Colin, say somebody comes to you and they seem like the most boring person on the earth, and they say, I really want to be a comedy stage hypnotist. What do you tell them?
Because I'm messed up. All right. I'm able to see the funny in everyone.
Yeah.
Including like when, I don't know, some dude named Bob hypnotizes somebody to eat some pineapple pizza or something like that. That's called a callback, boys and girls. But I'm able to see the funny in everybody. You look at a Bert Kreischer, who is at the top of the game. You look at his buddy, and all of a sudden his name escapes me, who just got had a Netflix special released in the last couple of weeks. But his friend, who's got this Netflix special, he does some incredible material, but it's very, very dry. You go to Andrew Schultz, and he's like, wild, going out there. Then you got a Matt Rife, who is the best in the game at crowd work. And I find myself, probably because I relate to him in this area. Matt gets a lot of
single moms too.
Yeah, well, Matt gets a lot of criticism for being a total hot ass boy. So I feel a need, in fraternity of defending Matt Rife. But seriously, Matt's the best in the game at crowd work.
Oh, definitely.
And it's like, and he's fearless. He is, and so all these people have very, very different personalities, who they are. It's like, even those guys who want to do TED Talks, I know I can find the funny in them. And it's just the right style to unlock it. It doesn't have to be the funniest thing that somebody's ever seen, because if you're doing your job, you're already blowing their minds.
Yeah. It's a good point. Good point. Other thoughts, guys? Oh, good.
I mean, it from what I'm gathering, it sounds like how you're, in a way, kind of trying to like deal with hecklers or people that are trying to like disrupt the show.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I hypnotize people to heckle members of the audience to heckle me during the show.
Yeah, that was a funny bit too. I wish we had a clip of that. That would have been
fun.
Funny.
I'd have to see what you're talking about.
Shawn,
go to
find that.
Yeah,
Shawn's going to find that clip.
Yeah, and you can go to my YouTube channel. I just hit 600 subs on YouTube today. Go to youtube.com/@comedyhypno. That's my channel. Would love to have some of my fellow hypno junkies follow along.
Great. I want to read this what Lisa said. She says that in Misty and Sandman Hypnosis Boot Camp, I think that's the whole name. We practice improv and encourage people to look at it as a show. Occasionally, there are people who think they're the next Anthony Thomas Gailey, and we encourage them to find their own style. Yeah, and even Anthony, he's not trying to be a comedy stage hypnotist. He's doing more corporate stuff. So I don't know that his style is going to work in a comedy club. Although I don't really know if it would or not. Maybe he can pull on the more funny, but he's certainly got some funny stuff in his show. And I think here's the thing: you don't actually have to be funny yourself if you can just make the other people funny, make your guests funny, your stage guests. So that's important. So hey, let's show this. Do we have the link? I know I'm giving people. Okay, so that's right. I don't. Can you? Oh wait, I have to hold on. Let me see. Everybody, hold still. I'm going to try to find this link. I just realized. Yeah, I can't do the links here, so I got to go. So, Brian, you guys talk first.
Message it over to me. I'll take care of it.
Well, I have to be able to show it on the. I have to be able to. Can you send it to Shawn? Send it to me in the private chat, will you? See if I can do it then. That link. So we've got something here that we're going to share. To. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Yeah. Hold on. We're going to show this. This is from. Has everybody seen the screen now? The funny thing, or the commercial?
No, they're seeing us. That's probably funny enough.
Huh.
Do you want me to take a go at it?
Yeah, would you? Take a go at it.
See what I can do.
All right. Skip ads. God damn it. Okay, Shawn, Shawn's gonna try to find that. So I wanted to. Where are we at?
Are you wanting to overlay the YouTube clip and share on the screen?
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I can shoot. We're supposed to be able to. I was on share screen. So hey, everybody that's still watching, if you're still watching, sorry about the. Oh, it's pretty boring. Listen to us try to figure out how to do this. Colin, tell me about. So how did you get started doing? And actually, we did jump over something. Was there some more you wanted to talk about with the with your show tonight? There was something you wanted to talk
No,
about?
it's like I just wanted to go through it quick. It's like really super challenging circumstances.
Yeah.
And one of the things I tell everybody, if you are going to be an entertainer in the hypnosis space, you will get punched in the mouth. You have to be ready for that. And I got punched in the mouth when the ticketing link's down till 3 today and nobody says anything to me because I was dealing with all volunteers. And one of the other pieces I want to emphasize about that is that part of the job is that we are easy to get along with. In my case, that means pretending to be easy to get along with.
Right.
Okay. And it's like, because I'm not helping anybody if I lose my mind, like some of our colleagues have done, and other entertainers do. It's like that wasn't gonna happen. I was dealing with, this is an all volunteer venue. Why would I want to lose my mind on them? They're doing their best. This is not their life. It's my life.
Yeah.
So Jim, I think I got the video. I think I got the video queued up and ready to share when you're ready for it. So just let me know.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just want to mention that, as I've said many times, and I think most of us will agree on this because some obviously don't, but just being somebody that gets along with other people will take you to will take you high up in the field, right? Because if I'm wanting to work with somebody, if they're a pain in the ass, I don't care how damn good they are. I'm going to choose somebody who's maybe a little bit less talented, less funny, just so I don't have to listen to that pain in the ass. And like you said, so I'll tell you, Colin, it's so funny you mentioned that you have to pretend like you're not fazed by it. What I do is I sometimes I have to stop myself and go, okay, if you are working customer service for IBM or Microsoft or something, how would you respond? Because it's easy as an entrepreneur, because you are the person, to just be like, whatever, but that doesn't help anything at all. It really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's watch the video.
All right.
And this is titled Heckler versus Hypnotist.
I think you need to, let's see, hold on a second. Do you have to select this screen, or?
You should just have to hit show on stream.
Oh, that was the problem, I think, wasn't it? Ah, there it is. I see.
Share screen.
Hold on.
I got it. There we go.
Ah, hold on. There.
Okay, there we go.
All right. I'm going to turn the sound and play. Come on.
It's coming soon, everybody. Stay tuned. It's really funny. I've seen it. All right, everybody. Please go to that link and go find it and watch it. And then come back and tell us what you thought about it. But don't don't leave the show. Have it in another window. Somebody says, "Nice shirt, Jim. Thank you very much."
Do you want me to keep playing it, or?
We have to move on.
Yeah.
Dead time is terrible for shows.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? We should. from in the future, this would be a great thing that I will ask if people have links, and we will get those queued up and
Okay.
ready to go
Yeah.
before next time. So thank you for failures only feedback. So
That's right.
So tell me, I'd like to know. I would love to know. Well, number one, how's your beef with the vegan teacher on TikTok going?
Well, I'm sad.
Oh,
First off, I am to quote Dave Portnoy, there are two things I believe in: the First Amendment and boobs. Neither one has ever let me down. I am a huge fan of the First Amendment. And when people tried to cancel that vegan teacher on TikTok, I pissed off a lot of my own fans. It's like, no, she's horrible. She's doing all these. It's like, you know what? I think she's nuts. She's saying eating ice cream is rape. I think that's pretty nutty. Eating a steak is homophobia. Well, even nuttier. Okay. I don't know how you make those connections, but she did. But guess what? I would defend her right, because I'm not a Canadian, to say all those things. Okay. And people went after her, and ultimately she got banned from TikTok. And so I'm sad about that. But she really did help me grow that channel. I've got over 45,000 people on there right now.
I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And I learned how to create vertical short content in the process. And so, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was funny because I watched that kind of battle go on and watched your numbers go up and up and up and up, and I'm like, where's a vegan I can pick on? Come on, damn it, bring them on. But it was just sort of an organic thing, and you took advantage of it, and it really worked out for you.
Yeah, and so earlier this week, there were congressional hearings about the whatever these unidentified aerial phenomena, or whatever they're calling UFOs now.
Yeah.
And so I immediately go on all my social platform, do a short video in vertical with a hook saying, if you are a Martian and you're upset that you did not get your voice heard at these congressional hearings and have a chance to talk about the stuff you've been up to around here, I want to invite you to come to the Hypnosis is Amazing show. In fact, we will have SpaceX's one and only Martian translator there, because that's actually a routine. That's actually my closing routine in my show. So I just leaned into it. All right. Well, somebody saw that video on YouTube, and they go in there, and it's like, they're upset that I called them Martians, and they're very, very upset that that I'm going to upset these creatures. If they come to Earth and they're my show, they're going to cause trouble. At which point, I made another.
Dare I ask what color their hair was?
You didn't see that. It was just a comment. It's like, I don't care.
Okay.
And see, the thing is that in comedy right now, our First Amendment rights are under assault by people taking offense on behalf of others. Now, this is some whole new level stuff.
Right.
So
meanwhile, the Second Amendment says, hold my beer.
Yeah. So I have to immediately make a video apologizing. And I had the Hypnosis Amazing show HR standing behind me, and I go, so I made this video yesterday, and Hypnosis is Amazing HR has asked me to apologize. And she says, word for word, yeah, I'm supposed to read this. And so I wish to sincerely apologize for having misspeciesed the undocumented citizens from another planet. And
It's
and
funny.
I've got a text.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, I'll pick a fight with anybody on social media. You take shots at me in the comment section, ka-ching! That's just more
It's
followers, more
just
stuff.
cannon fodder for Colin.
Yep. Yeah, it's material.
Well, and let's keep this in mind too. Like if you're out there and you're a creator or you want to be a creator and you're worried about people in the comment section, welcome it, because you know what? That's what gets more views. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. That's going to help more people see it. So just lean into it, like Colin said. I just watched I just watched your apology video before. Ben,
I guess on
Ben,
a philosophical standpoint, like by kind of kowtowing to that, doesn't that just fuel the I'm offended behavior for people to get some sort of?
I don't think you saw the apology video.
No, it was
okay.
It was tongue in cheek. It was not a real one.
The apology video is
It was an
a middle
apology.
finger.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there like I'm just sitting there going, what? My brain is itching so bad. Going.
Hey, look! So, my friend Ben down in Phoenix, he says I like this guy Colin. Oh, weirdo. Clearly has no taste. When you go to Tucson, though, you'll look him up. Look up Ben. He's a good guy. Has no taste in comedians. I got to say too. You know what? I am so envious of this show name, this website name you've got. Tell everybody what it is again, Colin.
It's hypnosisamazing.com.
Isn't that great?
And
I mean,
I chose that name because that's what I feel about hypnosis. It has made, it's like, we're not having this conversation right now without hypnosis. It has made such a difference in my life. Lots of people like myself, it helped get smoking out of my life. Okay, that's great. Lots of people have done that. It helped me get past a 10-year-long fear of flying that I had for some really good reasons. But now I get to fly wherever the heck I want to fly to. And that's cool too. But in 2019, a drunk driver blew through a red light, nearly killed me. I ended up with a traumatic brain injury and PTSD. I was told I had 5 to 10 years with the TBI and I was screwed for life with the PTSD. And when you wake up every morning and you realize I'm not me anymore, you've been told your cognitive function is now 35%, you don't want to even get out of bed. Hypnosis didn't cure me. What hypnosis did is it let me stay in the fight. And I ended up getting a clean bill of health on both in 6 months. Wow. So, hypnosis is amazing.
It's a fabulous name. Colin, how did you even start in hypnosis at the very beginning? How'd this all begin? Take us back.
Shawn's laughing because he knows what's about to come down. Okay.
So once upon a time.
So I was in sales, selling cars. My mentor, James, says, Colin, I want you to go out and learn everything you can about neuro-linguistic programming. Mm-hmm. And I said, what is neuro-linguistic programming? James goes into this 5-minute long explanation, like many NLPers do, using nothing but jargon and buzzwords. And I'm like, James, look, that isn't going to fly with me. Give it to me in 25 words or less, using only English words, no jargon, no buzzwords, preferably only 1 or 2 simple words. In other words, explain it to me like the child I am.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to think about that. I'll get back to you. This was 2009. This happened. I'm still waiting on James to get back to me. But I remembered I had a friend who had told me that from college that he had done some neuro-linguistic programming stuff. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to agree with what he said, but it changed my life. I told him what was going on. He said, oh, that's easy. All neuro-linguistic programming is hypnotic suggestion without the formal induction into trance.
Yeah.
At which point I focus on the nice sparkly thing, and I go, hypnosis. That's some Chuck Norris level badassery right there. And so I go totally into the hypnosis rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Started reading a bunch of books. I got a bunch of videos because there weren't videos on YouTube at that time. I started emailing hypnotists all over the place and got a bunch of them to send me videos. And the street hypnosis thing really kind of, that was cool. So I started going up to people during slow times at work and saying, hey, you want to see something cool? Mm-hmm. And they say, what's that? It's like, have you ever been hypnotized before? And it would be one of two reactions, as I'm sure you know, Jim, because I know you do a lot of street hypnosis. Either they would immediately file for a restraining order, go running off screaming into the night, or it's like, you can do that? And before I even knew I could, I would say, yes, I can. I don't know where I got that belief from, but I just had it. Or maybe I'm just a bullshit artist. I don't know. Anything's possible. And so I started doing fun things with it. I go to a coffee shop, start chatting people up, do the same thing, go to a party. If you brought a date to a party, that was a bullseye on your back right there. And, oh, by the way, I did not know how to talk about being a hypnotist to my family. So this was a secret underground hobby for me for 2 years. And then I started messing around with self-hypnosis. First recreationally, because I was getting drug tested at the time, and I was able to create some absolutely incredible hypnotic weed that wasn't a problem on the drug test later. And then I figured, hey, if it works for that, this can help me break my 2-pack-a-day smoking habit. It did, and it stuck. At which point, hey, I can actually help people with this. I went out, I had to go have a conversation with my wife. So, honey, I've had the secret for the last 2 years.
Oh, shit. Shoot. What is Uh-oh.
Yeah. And just so you know, Mrs. Comedy Hypnotist, her love language is interrupting.
Is what?
And she is interrupting. That's her love language. And I lay out what I'm going to do, and she is silent, listening to me for 10 minutes. And finally, she's like, yeah, you're right. That is the craziest thing I ever heard. But it's also who you are. You need to go do this. I will help make this happen for you. And nobody has been a bigger supporter. When I literally, after that accident, had literally lost my damn mind.
Yeah.
She hung in there with me, and I was hell to live with at that point. It could not have been fun. Yeah. And that's how I know I'm loved. And so that's how I got into it. In 2011, I opened up a practice, started helping people out, sleep, smoking, pain, performance. And in 2019, with perfect comedic timing, I moved over to the comedy hypnosis side as my primary focus.
You said, I'm sorry, when was that you said? 2019?
Yeah, perfect comedic timing, right before they outlawed all public performances.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do comedy hypnosis. No, you're not.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, what a cool story. I do want to give a shout out. Thank you, Nora and Mark, for jumping on there. You know, everybody who's jumped on that I haven't said hi to, if I missed you, I apologize. Please, would you take a moment, just 1 second, and just share this? Please share this on your page somewhere. Give it a like, give it a share, give it a comment. It really helps it to be seen by more people. And look, this guy, he should be seen by more people. These two guys, we need to find them new wives or something, or at least new friends.
I'm not in Utah.
You're what? You're moving to Utah?
Not in Utah.
He's almost emerges, almost complete. Or the merger is almost dissolved. So yeah, please give us a share. We really like the shares. Appreciate that. And more people need to see Colin, because in just a few moments, Colin's going to be demonstrating some hypnosis. Shawn, Brian, did you guys have anything you wanted to chat with Colin about?
No, I think probably for the first time in a long time, we're like, okay, let's roll into the hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let people have at it.
Wow, 2013, huh, Mark? Even before you met me, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I think, Colin and I do attend a mastermind every Sunday night, and it has been awesome watching Colin grow and expand and get out there and really dig at improving everything that he does so that he puts out the best product that he can. And I'll say this, there aren't many people who have that kind of commitment to their craft.
Thank you.
You can tell when somebody has put heart and soul into it and taken it that next step. And I would say, in a nutshell, that describes Colin completely. If he's on to something, don't get in his way. You're, like I said, you're just going to be cannon fodder for him. Like you put the bad comment in it, mess around and find out, because that'll be Colin.
All right. I want to. So I just want to say, Cindy asked, Cindy Bergwool. She's out in Ohio, I believe it is. What happened in 2019 that made you want to do stage hypnosis, comedy hypnosis?
So basically, what happened is that I had been talking the talk for years since I started doing hypnosis about moving over to this side. Damn near dying, literally losing my mind.
Yeah.
I came back from that and it's like, okay, now I need a bucket list.
Gotcha.
What's all this stuff I've been shooting my mouth off about that I haven't been doing?
Yeah.
And this was at the top of the list. This was the thing that, you know what? It's like, I don't know that I'm going to wake up tomorrow. Okay. I'm not promised that. One of the reasons why I have really connected with Paul Ramsey so well is that he has the same mindset. He knows it's like, he's not promised another day. I'm not promised. None of us are. And so if I want to do this as much as I say I do, I need to shut up and start doing. That's what changed in 2019 for me.
So many more of us need to do that.
Carol.
Midlife crisis, right? Some guys buy a Porsche and get a girlfriend. Colin got a new career.
Yeah. Hookers and blow would have been way faster. Hey, she started it.
That's right.
I said, mess around and find out.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, so this is such a great, and what you just said was so important. Because I was just talking, and here's the thing: there's two different kinds of people in this world, and there's a spectrum in between. There are the people that say, okay, ready.
I'm Charlie Sheen, and I have tiger blood.
Yeah, ready, aim, fire. Right, and then there's people like me that's ready, fire, aim. And there's people all the way in between. And I was talking to a friend who was one of these has all these reasons why they can't do it. Why, I still got to check some more things. And one of the reasons, we were going to talk about microphones tonight, but it didn't work out because we got some stuff and kind of just like, well, I want to start a podcast, but which, should I get this pod? I can't really afford the really good one and I don't want to do a bad one. And I'm like, start where you're at, people. I don't care where you're at. If you got to sit there with your phone, whether it's a cheap, crappy Samsung or an iPhone, just start doing something. Start living your dream, because as those of us who are living your dream, we can tell you it is absolutely 100% worth it. Would you ever go back, Colin?
First off, I'm unemployable now.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's like I can't go back to work for the man.
Right.
It's like yeah. There's no way.
Same. Yeah. I mean, there have been times when I thought, it'd be nice to have that steady paycheck, and the benefits and paid vacation. And then you look at the, team players wanted, and I'm like, well, as long as it's my team, sure. But
Mhm.
yeah, it would be really tough for me to go back. And the other thing that I hate about it, Colin, is that thought of somebody else having control of my time. And I just, man, I just can't even. I hate that idea. And plus, then you think, well, every minute you're working on their dream, you're not working on yours. So
Yeah.
please take that plunge, people. Get out there, do what it is that you want to do. Take some initial steps. Get out there. I do want to let everybody know too a couple of things. So be sure and again share the podcast. Let us know who you'd like to see on the show. We had a request for Jack Pinson, so I've got to reach out to him, try to get him on the show. If you're a hypnotist that's watching right now, feel free to drop your link down over here because we don't have scarcity thinking here on Hypnosis Hero. Please feel free to drop your link there. And let's see, we got Carol. I agree. I'm so excited, just taking a leap. Colin knows my story, and I am certainly taking the leap. Good for you, Carol.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
for
Carol,
you.
we are. I've said this several times. I am super excited for you, and I'm looking forward to hearing how your success is coming.
Absolutely. And please go and download the Hypnosis Hero app if you've got a Samsung or a Android phone. And yeah, I do want to so if you're a stage hypnotist, you want to be a stage hypnotist, a new organization has popped up. My good friend, my business partner, Grant Saunders, is part of that, along with a bunch of other leaders in the industry. And that is, of course, the International Stage Hypnotists Association. I know you're not fully on board yet, Colin, but I'm sure
Ishtar.
Ishtar. And I got to say, that was a great freaking movie. And I know everybody hated it, but it was a great freaking movie. Don't you guys laugh at me? It was a great movie. It's ISHA, ISHA, International Stage Hypnotists Association. It's a great thing coming down the pike for us stage hypnotists. Colin, what do we need to know about? What did we not ask you about that you need to tell us before you start hypnotizing these people right through the screen?
I think you guys asked a bunch of questions. I mean, look, I love this stuff so much. I care about it so much. We could be on here for hours. Besides, I just did a show. And so I am wired for the next 4 hours. Okay. I'm fired up.
Nice. Love to hear it. Shawn, are you friends with Carol? Can you DM her that? The link to the.
I can do that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You can also just search Hypnosis Hero in the Google Play Store. It should come right up. And as I said, my assistant is. And here's something. Do you work with assistants at all, Colin?
I actually, there's a company that I met through the networking team I'm a part of, she's a former educator, and she hires other educators to act as VAs. So they're American.
Nice.
I don't have to pay a bunch of money and deal with a bunch of technical mumbo jumbo to somebody in the Philippines. And I can communicate with them easily. When they do an amazing job, I can swing by, because on the ones that are actually local here in Richmond, and express my appreciation with, their favorite Starbucks or whatever it is I know that they like as gratitude.
Nice. And I've had a few assistants. The current one is working out really well. And I'll tell you that if you are an entrepreneur out there, stage hypnotist, hypnotherapist, whatever, or coach or whatever, I would say start utilizing assistants as soon as possible. And then, I had a big breakthrough just a couple months ago. I actually have been working on the iOS version of the app I've been wanting to work on it for like 7 months. I got the Android version out, but I couldn't make the time for it. And it was so difficult. I kept thinking, wow, I can't possibly let somebody else do this because they won't do as good a job as me. And then finally I said, I have to. And she's been killing it so far. So let other people help you out. You're never going to level up if you're doing everything yourself. It's just not going to be able to happen. You network a lot. I noticed that you network a lot,
Mhm.
don't you, Colin? You're big. You go to a
Mhm.
lot of networking meetings.
I'm part of so I've been doing local in-person networking um, since shortly after 9/11, and
Hmm.
I'm part of one now that has just been very, very powerful and effective for me. Um, uh, uh, the real hero, my 9/11 dispatcher son, just walked in. He got off work.
Nice.
He has ordered me a T-shirt and says, "I think you want to take a look at this on while you're doing this
Yeah.
podcast," and I don't know what it's going to say.
Hmm.
um, on a podcast. Yeah.
How does now? I'm thinking, shouldn't your wife have one that says "I love mentally unstable men"? Isn't that what she should?
Well, see, here's the
Singular,
thing.
Jim. Singular. Just one. Nobody's in
Allow me
Utah.
to let
See
me
what I did there?
explain this. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've been married. We just celebrated our 23rd anniversary, and people say, "What is the secret?" And I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, it's like, I found someone who is severely mentally ill. Okay, that is the only explanation why somebody would stay with me for more than 23 minutes, let alone 23 years. Look, I wouldn't date me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that was the whole secret to what worked.
There's that in being on the road. You're not home long enough to have her
Yeah.
upset at you for very long.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what really happened. It was the wife going, you really should get out on the road, do some comedy hypnosis, Colin. You really should do that. And she's got the knife there going, you really. Hey, you don't happen to have your other T-shirt, because that's another thing I'm envious of. You've got an amazing
Um,
T-shirt.
do I?
Right.
So this isn't the really good one, but it's still a good one.
Yeah, I love that one. I think that one's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really
Yeah.
good one.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm very, very happy with that logo. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your son designed that, right?
No, it was actually my daughter's now
Oh, right.
ex-boyfriend.
Your
Yeah.
daughter's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, you said?
Now ex-boyfriend. At the time they were dating. Yeah. This kid, I saw him for years drawing on all kinds of things all over the house.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it's like, and then he goes to art school for graphic design. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I got a project. Are you interested?
Right.
And it's like, and I gave him a concept, and
Yeah.
he took it and came back with something that was above and beyond.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Another thing
Yeah.
I'm very envious of. I just looked at your website. It doesn't look like you have it available, do you? Available for purchase?
That is coming shortly.
Coming shortly. Great. So, hey, if you'd like to get this shirt, and it's a really cool shirt, show them again, Colin, will you? If you want to get this shirt, keep checking back with Colin. Go follow him
Yep.
on Facebook, and check out his website. It's a really cool looking T-shirt. He also has them in pink.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, as these guys know, I have a very uncomfortable chair, so it is time for doing hypnosis. Although,
all right.
Sitting on a pillow today. It's my wife's pillow. Don't tell her. No. Oh, wait, hold on. So Carol says sucks. Something sucks because doing hair doesn't require technical knowledge. You know what? That is one of the can be one of the challenges in what we do. A lot of
technical knowledge. Yes, you have to have the chemistry to not fry or burn or otherwise remove somebody's hair.
Yes, but using computers.
I did have that happen to me once. I was getting a perm in the 80s, and
yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
It literally burnt my hair down.
That's what happened. I used to get permed in the 80s too. Yeah, and the 90s. So, and then there you go. All right.
Yeah, I'm a product of the 80s,
yes.
so
yes, Lisa has one. I've seen the pink one. Yes, and We're talking about finding the app. Wow, you are really challenged, Carol. I thought she was challenged by, podcasting, making videos. No, it's downloading an app.
I'll
Somebody
help
help
you,
her.
Carol.
Somebody help her. Shawn is an educator. Now, do you work with no, I better not go down that road because I don't know how we're supposed to say it now. Never mind. Forget it.
I work with technology.
Okay, technology for slow people. Okay.
I know where you
I
were
know
going with that, Jim, and I, as one of those people, am offended. I want an HR apology video, and damn it, I want it now. You had better be pretty.
How is that for a callback?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm going to be joining Colin and getting canceled and protesting. I can never keep track of the different, and of course, I would never say anything to somebody that really had a problem, but it's hard to keep up with the new terminology, right? I mean, it was one thing, and then it became another thing, and then another thing, and then I don't even know where we're at now. So I'm just going to shut up. Colin, as you probably know, we've explained to you on this show, we like to do live hypnosis. Our audience demands it.
Awesome.
That's why they tune in.
Okay.
This is the broccoli. We got through the broccoli. Now it's time for dessert. They've all put up with this just to get to the hypnosis part. You have a couple of choices. You can do hypnotherapeutic, or you can do fun with hypnosis. And then also you can invite us to join in. We've had like 3-4 voices going at one time, therapeutic, or we can trade off on doing fun stuff. So you get to choose because you are a guest hypnotist.
So I'm going to do, I don't want to think of it so much as clinical, but I got a bunch of hypnotists here. I want to see if I can give people something to help inspire them all tonight.
I love it.
Okay. It's like, if I can give that to one of you, I'm going to feel like this was time really, really, really well spent just on that alone.
So I do want to remind everyone that we are starting the hypnosis. So if you're listening later to the podcast, the audio podcast, just know that this is not the time to be, operating heavy machinery, driving, chainsawing, any of that kind of stuff. And just make sure, yes.
Make sure you're out of range of any hard objects.
Yes, any hard objects.
Tip over, fall over, roll over.
Yes, Becca wanted to know, are there any pocket watches tonight?
You know what? I keep forgetting to have mine available. I don't know where mine is. It's somewhere.
No, this here is my pocket watch. I've got
his pocket watch. Awesome.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So if that's another great idea. You're full of great ideas, brain injury notwithstanding. If during the hypnosis session you're welcoming us to join in, you can just hold up your finger or something like that, and then somebody else will jump in, and we'll kind of do that. And with that, there you go.
Okay. So what I'd like everybody to do is just make sure you've got your feet flat on the ground. And you might have some kind of mindful breathing exercise that you do. And if you do, that's okay. My favorite one is to take a deep breath in with your mouth, inhale, and exhale through your nose so softly, so gently that there was a feather right above your lip. It wouldn't even move. And so just start taking those nice, deep, cleansing breaths. And then just simply allow yourself to focus on how heavy those eyelids are starting to feel. And you might start to notice that they begin to water. And as they're starting to water and get really, really, really heavy, they might just go ahead and close, or they can go ahead and close on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That's right. And as the eyelids close, you start to get more and more and more relaxed. You might notice the muscles in the neck starting to relax, and if they do, that's okay. And you can just simply allow the chin to drop down to the chest, feeling really, really comfortable. And as the chin drops, you drop down deeper and deeper and deeper, further and further. And as you're in this nice state of calm focus, what I'd like you to do right now is just simply allow yourself to begin to imagine, picture, or both, whatever works for you, a large white feather floating in front of you. And this feather is just kind of drifting and floating and drifting down, going further and further down towards the ground, just going back and forth and back. And each second it goes down deeper and deeper and deeper. You go further and further down. And suddenly, the feather touches the ground and it's replaced by a blue feather. And this feather is just drifting and floating and drifting down, dropping down, slipping down, falling down, taking you so very, very deep, so very, very quickly. And that feather touches the ground. And you're in this nice, beautiful, peaceful place. Maybe the most calming, relaxing place you've ever been. And you see the blue feather and the white feathers on the ground in front of you. And you allow yourself to be yourself. And maybe you've done a lot of hypnosis with others. Maybe you've been around a bunch of other hypnotists or a few hypnotists. But you're here so you at least have some familiarity of it. And because you know something about hypnosis, one of the things you get, one of the things you've embraced is the entire idea that you can have complete control of only two things in your life: your own mind and your own attitude. And we can reframe absolutely anything. And at different points in our lives, we've got some serious challenges, some minor challenges. Challenges are always out there. And you can take a look at that challenge. And however you've been thinking about it, you can change how you're thinking about it, talking about it, and what it means to you. You can use the power of your own mind and your own attitude to take whatever it is that's on your mind, whether it's anything from being as insignificant as vinyl siding to caring about the health of someone you love. You can change how you think about it, how you feel about it. Maybe you question whether or not you're good enough. A little imposter syndrome. You can change how you look at that, how you talk about it, how you feel about it. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be something in the next day that's going to remind you of whatever this challenge is. And inside, what's going to happen is your mind is going to help you out with that. And it's going to find something that can give you a laugh about it. Not a cruel laugh, but a laugh filled with love, laugh filled with joy, a laugh that's going to help you feel better. And when you have that laugh, you're just going to give that laugh a word to remember it by. And you can keep going back to that piece of laughter whenever you need to laugh. Because laughter does change lives. And matter of fact, you might be looking down at the ground right now, seeing a white feather and a blue feather. And you might realize that's really kind of hilarious. Why is there a white feather and a blue feather? Why did I get so chilled out during all of this over a white feather and a blue feather? You might even start to think it's really ridiculous that you did, but you did, and it felt great. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to count from 1 to 5, and as I do, you'll start to gently, easily, effortlessly return to full conscious awareness, feeling really, really super refreshed, really happy, knowing that you've got something that's going to give you some more laughs in the coming days. You're going to be able to think about things differently. You're going to have more energy in the coming days. 1, mind and body returning to their usual state. 2, starting to feel the sensations change. 3, feeling really, really, really good. 4, the energy inside just building and growing and building. And 5, eyes open. Welcome back.
Nice. All right, everybody who's following along there, please drop a comment down. Let us know what that experience was like for you. That was nice. You know, what are some tangible things? Could you give some people, because you've made the jump, to a couple of different things. You just did some hypnosis. Could you give 2 or 3 tips to folks out there for the conscious mind that they could start doing to move forward?
I just watched last night. Didn't even know it was on. I stumbled onto it by accident on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a bunch of Amazon packages, and if you're married, of course you do. If you have dogs, of course you do. You've got Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Air. It was about your neighbor's journey, Nike, to sign Michael Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Okay, it's like, listen, there's some things I'm not exactly wild about that brand, but wow, was that an inspiring story. And
Cool.
What I'd like to encourage everybody to do is go online and look up Nike's rules for business. Okay, I mean, it's got rules like it's live off the land. It's not going to be pretty. It's like read those 10 rules, and it's going to give you something. Second, there is. I used to work for a U.S. congressman. He hated to make decisions on tough bills. And one of the things he would always say was, if you wait long enough, the right answer becomes obvious. And his approach was part of what made me go find employment someplace else.
I'm glad you said
it's
that.
Like, it's one of those things that it's like, make a decision and take action.
Yeah.
And, and for crying out loud, be easy to get along with, even if you're like me and you got to fake it.
Exactly. Same here. Hey, you know what? I always tell people I'm the nicest jerk you'll ever meet, because really I'm I'm my initial, like, deep down, I'm kind of like, oh, look at this jackass, and why is this person doing that? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to go, you know what, that doesn't serve me. That doesn't make the world a better place. So just be cool. And I love what you said there too. I would say go make a wrong decision and just go with it. Just go crazy with it. Make 10 wrong decisions, bad decisions, nothing life threatening, but just go make some bad decisions, because you know what? This is what I've noticed about leaders. Real leadership is just being decisive, just making a decision. And the thing is, people will follow you because nobody else wants to make a decision. They say they do. People will think they want to be independent, but for the most part, they don't. And if you want proof of that, then the next time you're going out to lunch, see what everybody says. Where do you want to go? Well, where do you want to go? As soon as you say anything, everybody's like, thank God somebody made a decision.
Yeah. If you want a book to go along with that movie, Colin, there's a book called Shoe Dog, and it was written by Phil Knight, who is the CEO and founder of Nike. And that's exactly what the book is about. Decisions that went right, decisions that went wrong, decisions that, paid off, and things that almost sunk the company. So,
yeah. If they don't sign Michael Jordan,
those are the rules.
It's like Nike is like the bargain bin at Walmart, if anything.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, they had everything riding on that.
It's like before they signed him, they had to get that deal. It's like they were heading down a path, and it just really, really made a huge difference. Hey, I see Scott King is here. If you haven't checked out Hypno Hustle, do yourself a favor. It's a lot of fun on Sunday nights.
Yeah, a lot of hypnotists in there giving a lot of great advice, support, all kinds of stuff like that. I think
and
most
me.
of the hustle. Yeah, and this guy. I think a lot of the somebody wise said, and thank you, Scott. I'm glad to be part of your journey as well. I've really seen you level up in the past couple of years, doing a lot of big stuff. Someone wise said that indecision is still a decision. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Mark is spot on that.
And I got to say, I think this is one of the problems with our political system is that nobody wants to make a decision. They want to try to please everybody instead of just. I guess you have to get elected. I don't know, but that's a different show. Carol, thank you so much. You guys are great. Next week, in 2 weeks, because we're now on the first and third Friday of every month. Hopefully, we do have some guests that sometimes have to come on a Sunday. And we may have to go back to weekly, guys, because we're getting so many requests to be on the show. So we'll see how we juggle that. But right now, first and third Fridays, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Next week, a good friend of mine, a colleague of mine, Danny Green. She's from right here in the Pacific Northwest. Finally got some female energy coming back onto the show, some yin energy, and really excited to talk to her. She's doing some really great things, and I think you're going to learn a lot from her. She's going to have and I'm really excited to see what her hypnosis session is going to be like as well. Colin, always a pleasure to talk with you, my friend.
Likewise, man. Likewise. Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me. It's like I care about this stuff a lot, and I hope I've helped, advance what it is that we do.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the awareness. Shawn, Brian, thank you as always for your support, making us all look good. Honestly, I don't know how I would do without you. I can remember back. It was awful. But do remind me next time when I'm trying to share a screen, I have to actually go down and add it to the stream. That's the problem.
I think you have to take us off the stream and then add it to the stream.
Yeah. So
we can practice that some other time. We'll do a quick live
we'll have to do that. Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Please go download the app. Please share this on your Facebook wall, your all the places. You can also, what you can do? You can even create on your own YouTube channel, you can create a Hypnosis Hero playlist. You could share all of the episodes over to your playlist or whichever ones you really like the most. Let everybody know you're a Hypnosis Hero. Take care. Be well. Be awesome.